what's going on? It's Jay.
This is Big.
This is Lit Logic. We're on episode 93.
90 trade.
Let's go.
We got the lovely Imani with us tonight.
Hey, thank
All
you
right.
for coming back.
Thank you for having me back.
Appreciate you coming through. All right, so today's episode is all things conspiracy.
Ooh.
So, all that, all that good shit, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to let you kick it off, man, because, this was your idea.
Me?
So, yeah.
Me? All right, well, my first conspiracy theory, as we were talking off camera, let's get into this moon landing.
The moon landing?
Let's get into the moon landing. Let's get into the outer space.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man, I wasn't too, convinced, once I learned about the moon landing because, they had the flag moving in space and, there's no air.
Oxygen.
There's no air in space.
None. Because
It
if there
didn't
was, we would have been on there living. There's no living life on there. So it's like, how is the flag waving?
Not only that, just think about the times. Do you really believe?
Yeah, that was in the 60s,
That was in,
right?
Yeah,
That was like
late 60s?
Nixon's
That was
term.
late 60s.
Yeah. So there's absolutely no way that actually happened. And the astronauts that said that they went there, they get mad. They get mad when you challenge them. You ever seen one of their interviews?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they try and kill you if you bring it up.
You said I didn't land there?
Yeah, they get mad. That's why I don't think it's
asked,
real.
how was it?
I
Ain't no
honestly
way.
it was all just a freaking space race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was trying to get to the moon first?
Who were we trying to?
And
Was it Russia?
Russia.
Always Russia.
Yeah, so they was,
Stop it.
I think that shit was just, shot in the studio.
It was. It was.
Because you got to think about, look at all the technology that wasn't invented, and you would think, a moon landing would be that important than all the other technology that need to be built in the world.
Why haven't we been back?
We haven't been back?
I don't think
no,
so.
not a human.
Not for real.
No, I
Human
don't think.
ain't
I
been
don't
back to the
think.
moon?
I think they put they put
Let me
the
fact
the
check
little
real quick.
because I know they put the the little
they got niggas
mechanical.
in them space stations, so I would have thought that they would at least have somebody.
No, I don't think we.
I think
Oh,
they
that's
put
to
the
the moon.
mechanical robots on there that be
Yeah, the little
the droids.
little stormtrooper shits.
Yeah, it's like they shoot the rocket in the sky and then one, how it breaks off apart. And that's another thing. Where do those parts go?
In the ocean.
Wow.
Which is real space. If you really want to
Thank you.
get into that one.
Yes, underwater.
Wait, first of all, I got to ask, do you guys believe that the earth is round?
I do.
It's like 50-50 for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's like 50-50.
I don't
Because
think,
it's
I don't think it's flat.
I don't think it's flat, but there's no way. Okay. So, when you look at a map, the countries and continents and stuff, they're not even the size, the size that they're portrayed to be on a map, right? So why would I believe an image taken by these
by a
people-
camera in space.
Yeah, I just don't believe it.
I mean, if you think about it, you got the y-axis and all the other stuff and how the shit spins. That kind of explains the whole seasons change and, daylight savings, all the other shit, which I heard they're getting rid of.
Why?
They said Congress passed something saying that they getting rid of daylight savings. So ain't no
because-
setting no clock forward, ain't no setting no clock back.
That's because time's not real. So
Ooh.
See how this just keeps...
it's not.
I mean, it is man-made. It's something
It
to...
is.
We're going to get a call from a 870 number. It's going to be the government y'all need to shut it down.
Yeah, FBI about to shut the shit down right now.
Don't post that episode.
They about to kick the door in.
Niggas about to get called in their office at their job. Yeah, I heard you did an episode. Yeah, take it down.
Yeah, but I mean, with everything, everything's put into some type of, box to measure things. That's why we got, your miles per hour, your yards, your meters, so time is just, something to, create some type of balance. Because, if you didn't have quote unquote time, when would you know to go to work?
That's
It
true.
will before. Oh my god! Because I don't know how deep you guys want to go into this.
Look, this is a conspiracy theory.
It's
It
conspiracy
gotta go.
theory,
It gotta
man,
go
so,
there. It has to go there.
So why do we even work? Think about it. Why do we even
Well, at one point we was working for free. So, but that's another,
very true.
That's another conversation.
That's another story.
And that's why I'm like, how deep do you guys want to go? Because I learned that Jamaica just finished paying reparations to the United Kingdom for the funds that the United Kingdom lost when slavery ended in 2015.
Oh, they got money like that.
I don't know why the fuck they would even.
Billions.
I don't know why the fuck they would even pay them. Like,
They got
fuck am I
money.
pay you
Jamaica
for?
got money like that.
Because when they ended slavery, the British were like, yeah, we're losing money on this, so you have to pay us reparations.
Well, that's the reason why they ended slavery, anyways, to create economic,
Right, or just
economic system for them.
Oh,
Right.
true.
But that's what I'm saying.
What the
Everything
fuck
is
is-
everything
no
is for
no
them.
white people could have make no money because there was no jobs because they had slaves.
Okay.
So that's why they ended slavery. It wasn't nothing moral about it.
They didn't
Go ahead
care
and drop a
about
bomb
time.
on that, Jay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop a bomb on that. Go ahead and drop a bomb on that. 'Cause that's actually blow them plantations up.
So to speak about time, do y'all believe in time travel?
I do.
Absolutely.
I do.
Yeah, I'm 50-50.
You know what's crazy? Each movie I watch about time travel makes more and more sense.
That's what I'm saying.
All the
Like,
time. I be really watching these movies like, you know what? That makes sense.
So, like, okay, time travel or like quantum, like jumping. Like, do you believe? In
I mean, I think it's
jumping
kind of one and the same.
Okay, so
So what would quantum jumping be like? Jumping like instead of like back to a singular time, you jump back to a specific moment.
So like if you have the belief that we live in like there are multiverses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can jump into a timeline, like in Spider-Man, the most recent one.
Yeah.
Oh, and the new Doctor Strange movie coming
Yes,
out.
which
I
I
cannot
cannot
wait
wait
to
to
go
see. Oh
see
my
yeah,
that.
to see that.
Can't
But
wait.
you want to
But,
talk
you know,
about
there-
Fright?
It's like
Time
where do
is-
they get this stuff from then?
Time is such a sensitive thing because, you have reports of people like living out like certain like historic events like in real time.
Yeah.
So that kind of falls into the whole quantum thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got people claiming to be time travelers and all this other stuff. Then you got pictures
Not
of...
even that. Oh, go ahead. Say it.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like I think you was about to say the same thing. You got pictures. Some of these celebrities look like older figures from back in the day.
Ooh. Oh, I thought you were about to bring up clones. I was like, oh, we're going there now.
I mean, you never know. We can
I
go.
mean, they already been cloning animals.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think a lot of
Look
They
at the
are- they
movie
are-
that Jordan Peele put out. Mm-hmm. Like, what is it? Us?
yeah.
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 Like, it was about, like a
They say-
different
they
race
say-
of clones.
they said Gucci a clone.
He's one that I'm not really sure about. Like I believed it at first. You know who they said is one? Mary J. Blige.
I don't see why though. I wouldn't get why she
They
would
said
be.
that she was talking too much after Aaliyah died about like crazy stuff, so they cloned her.
It was like, you know what? You gotta
Doing
go.
too much.
Yeah, we gonna
Yeah,
put this
I
one
wouldn't
in
be
here.
surprised, man. I think as the years go by, we're gonna start seeing a lot more wild shit.
I mean, we starting to
So-
see a lot of wild shit, but it's gonna get even wilder. It's gonna get wilder.
It's like crazy to even think that it can get even more wild. Like because now the things that we're seeing in movies, it's like, oh, that actually is real.
But look at South Park. South Park and The Simpsons. Shout out to The Simpsons because a lot of things The Simpsons have predicted have came true. Look at Trump being president. That episode came out decades ago of
That's
Trump
what
being president.
It just makes me feel like, are they just playing in our face?
Look at
right,
how
far as,
they
you know.
look at how they stormed the Capitol in the
Yeah.
cartoon. The dude was wearing the same shit. Now, granted, he could have got it from The Simpsons,
All right,
but you never know.
Wow,
Yeah, you
it's
could.
a little
I mean,
bit
it could-
too accurate.
it's a little
I
bit
think
too
they're just playing in our
accurate, man.
face.
I don't know. It's just too much shit going on.
Yeah, it
too
is.
like too many coincidences.
It's like somebody stealing your shit and then helping you try to find it.
Yeah,
Like they're overly trying to help you find it. It's like, man, you're giving it away like you took it.
I think that they think that we're, I don't even want to say dumb, but I mean, for
Like-
lack of a better term, so dumb that like, let me just,
Like we won't believe it.
like when you spell in front
They-
of a toddler.
They call it some
Like-
type of something programming. I can't remember the name of it. But they'll play like certain like even with the whole like 9/11 shit. Like they played like so many things of the Twin Towers blowing up or
And movies
catching on
and-
fire or
yeah.
like planes hitting like buildings and shit like even before the shit even happened. Like I'll give an example. Like they had an episode of Johnny Bravo and there was a poster with a building on fire saying coming soon, and that was in April of that same year.
I
Wow.
did see that.
Yeah.
A conspiracy video about that. I don't want to talk about
There's
that.
a lot of conspiracy. they like it's a lot of shit they put in these because like you said before, where did they get these ideas? Like where did they come up with these movies?
Like I think once you get to a certain level of like wealth and power, like, you know, even at work, right? So like when you move up in the ranks at work, like you just start to see more behind the scenes. It's the same thing. Like
People start to tell you more things. Like, hey man, come
Yeah.
here. What you think about this?
Yeah, I definitely believe that there is a couple secret societies.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
You got your, you know,
And,
your Illuminati, your Freemasons,
Yeah.
your whatever the hell, you know, it's all that stuff. I think it's starting to, you know, show its face.
Yeah.
It's
Like
so,
it's so much shit. Like the fucking like the Denver airport. Dog, that's supposed to be
Yeah.
that's supposed to
like one of the like what secret like interests,
little underground things and shit.
even like the artwork and the statues and stuff outside of it. It's like, what are you? Why? Oh my god! I just saw a
All-seeing eye.
video. Yeah, about Sedona, Arizona. I never knew this, but like apparently something with the, I don't know, something in Sedona, Arizona. All of the plants and rocks and stuff, they all grow and like form like into like twisted things. Like the plants grow twisted and the rocks form like into these twisted formations, and it's like, why? They say that like people go there when they're going through like spiritual awakenings and stuff and see stuff. I'm like, I want to go.
You may see
wanna
some
see
shit you don't want to see.
I don't know, man. A lot of that shit goes into like, you know, the theory of like opening like your third eye.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be here all night about
Oh
that.
damn night.
But let's drop the bomb on this next one. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna agree with me. But
Ooh, a double bomb?
do y'all believe in aliens?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I do believe. I believe in God. I'm a God fearing man, but I do believe there are some beings because if you look at it, even back into Egypt, like days of Egypt, there are markings of creatures that are man-like and walking. You know, because and then on top of that, look at the cavemen. Where did they get these ideas from? Cavemen were like back if prehistoric days, if I'm not mistaken, cavemen were not smart.
No,
They didn't know that shit. They were dumb.
No.
So who taught them this shit? To build the wheel, to make fire, you know, to build, you know, because you know, like I said, man built, you know, Earth. Who gave these people these ideas? Because when there was the caveman time, they were not educated. They barely can talk. Who taught them to talk?
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely put that out there. But even so far as like, you know, Area 51 and then these, you know, opposed, you know, alien sightings, that was like back like in the what?
No, it was in the 50s. Yeah, the 50s.
Stuff like that. And they said how technology started
I think it was
advancing
during
after.
the Cold War. I actually just saw something about that too. During the Cold War, they said there was mad. This guy who was he was like a military leader in Canada, and he said that they had aliens come to them and tell them mad stuff. I'm like, okay.
It's like you sat there and listened. like, what was your thought process going through this? Like you was like, yeah, man, that's actually a good idea.
But that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
As
know, man.
the higher you go, the more things you're exposed to. So that shit is probably normal to them. Like
You know, they made an episode.
Men in Black. Look at Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Are y'all fans of the Twilight Zone?
Not
The
really.
old
not
black and
really.
white, but there was an episode in the Twilight Zone where aliens came from, you know, from where they came from, and they were like, you know, working with the humans and stuff like that. And, you know, they were bringing more crops, more water because, you know, what they were planting. They were and then they, you know, had a book, and like the people of Earth were trying to detect the book, but they couldn't understand it. And one guy finally cracked the code, but it was too late. They were taking all the humans back to their planet, but they were saying that it was a vacation. It was a cookbook.
So you think
Interesting.
they're from another planet, from other planets?
Because you gotta think there's a galaxy. There's a lot of space out there.
A lot of space.
There's different galaxies, different, like you said, time zones, everything. You don't think there's more than one species?
Yeah, it can't just be just
There's
us.
more than one species out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I just think they're all here. Like,
I mean, they could be hiding in plain sight.
they
It
are.
could be.
They
It could
are.
be.
That's
Or
where the
they're
whole
in
ship, the
ocean.
shapeshifter
Yeah.
shit come from.
Yeah.
So there's some shit going on in that Area 51. Like all that shit is in there.
I want to get Trump drunk and just like ask him some shit, because I know he's seen some shit, and he looked like somebody. If you get him like to the right part of
Yeah, he'll tell you.
tipstivity, if that's even a
Nah,
word,
bro.
No,
that nigga gonna spill some
Ain't
beans.
nobody gonna expose nothing.
Man, look,
But
I
wasn't
think
there
he
was
would.
like some shit that came out like last year where the government like admitted they were aliens and nobody cared.
because I think
because
go
they're
ahead.
playing in our face. We're automatically programmed to believe, like, to think of all the reasons why something is not true.
Because you gotta even take it back to the 50s, or when they first invented the TV, they used to call it an idiot box because people would believe everything that was on TV.
They're dumbing us down.
Now look at the news. Everything that happens on the news, people believe. Can't believe everything on the news,
Yeah.
but a lot of people believe it
believe
because it's
anything.
news.
Can't believe shit on the news.
Look at social media. If it's on social media, you're believing it. If you don't record it, you didn't do it. That's the type of mindset they have everybody programmed as.
Yeah, but you know, it went from TV to social media to
music,
it's all music
Yeah,
music.
because everything is psychological.
that's in plain sight. The music.
Oh yeah.
They throw that in plain sight. They be like, look, we gonna put the biggest star and we gonna give them devil horns.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna still buy their shit.
Because a lot of people don't even really pay attention to this shit.
They don't care anymore.
Because it's all about just listening to the music. It ain't really about the images but they throw that shit in like all
or
that
the
shit. TV.
frequencies of the music too.
Look at Walt
That's why if
Disney.
you play certain shit backwards, it starts saying like some crazy shit.
I used to
did.
get lost in rabbit holes back in the day listening to Beyonce songs backwards. What was that? I forget which one it was. Crazy. I was like, oh my god. Oh, and I forgot the name of the song, but that Kanye West song.
I was about to say your boy Kanye got
Yeah.
a bunch of hitting shit in his songs too.
Look, that's my boy Ye, but you know Ye got some issues with him.
Does he? I mean,
You know what's crazy? If you watch the documentary, there's a lot of things that I don't think he's crazy. I think he just says like what he like literally the first thing that's on his mind, but a lot of that shit could be true.
Yeah.
And he's just not afraid to say it. Maybe Ye opened his third eye.
Nah, hell no.
You never know.
He said some.
You never know. leave my boy Ye alone.
Nah, but I read a thing where like the process of opening like your third eye, it's a like a process. Like it's not something you can easily like. Yeah, I heard it's not. Yeah.
Wow. Yay. You feel like you're going crazy.
Hey man,
You never know, but I'm bumped.
But that's when we get into. So like, I think he's crazy because not crazy. I don't think he's crazy.
I don't think
actually.
so either.
I think that he had a series of traumas that really majorly impacted him. He didn't have support, but I think that would happen to anybody. Like, if your major support system died,
Yeah.
and you almost lost your life before that, like, which also brings me to another conspiracy that I created. I don't know if it already exists. So do you think that his car accident was like a legitimate accident, or do you think that was orchestrated? I think it was orchestrated.
Why do you think that?
Because if you, like, in the documentary, like, they just wanted him to produce. Like, they didn't want him rapping. And he
That
didn't
is
care.
true.
So I think that accident was orchestrated. And then he dropped through the wire, and they didn't give a fuck. Like, I think...
I mean,
and then they killed his mom.
It wouldn't be the first explanation of like something like that whole Princess Diana shit.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Or the Kennedys. A majority of every Kennedy died.
That's a curse, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that, but Kennedy was trying to expose some shit. And that's why they got him up out of there.
They took his top off, and I didn't appreciate that. Cause that you seen that video?
Yeah,
That's some wild shit.
Oh my God, no.
We'll be back after these commercials, ladies and gentlemen, because this nigga's tripping. You know damn well we can't play.
That was wild.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Just, you know, he did some wild shit when we did the Megan Thee Stallion shit.
Come on, man.
Go ahead and play it. Go ahead and play it.
Nah,
You ain't gonna play it.
because we're not talking about her yet. If this shit comes out and then yeah, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be back. We'll be back here for that.
play this out. But majority of the Kennedys, you know, one of the Kennedys, he died in a plane accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think another one.
He was the best pilot in his platoon. And he died in a plane accident.
Is this the one that was Donald Trump's like best friend?
I think so.
Or something like that?
I think
Anyway.
so.
Then the other
They
one,
all-
they chased that dude backstage and killed him.
I think so. One of the daughters, I forgot what happened.
And then one of them died from like cancer or something.
Yeah.
They just
I feel like they'll stop killing them niggas after nobody else remembers
Yeah, they trying to get rid of the bloodline.
the information that they were trying to get across.
Yeah.
They'll stop killing them niggas. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like they'll be good after like this generation. Like the new Kennedys, they are. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me?
He was like, we gonna
They
leave
don't
him
know
alone.
what- You feel me?
Hey, we gonna leave him alone.
They know the information that we know. That they wasn't connected to the search.
Nah, not at all. But that just goes into
they also don't assassinate people like that anymore.
not no
Nah.
presidents.
CIA is different, bro.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
CIA will-
if you look at it, as many times as people had like issues with like the president and wanting to like actually like take them out, it's only happened a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was way back because they could get away with it. Like
Because evidence and, you
They
know,
can't get away with that
forensic,
shit
they
now.
ain't have nothing to prove that back in the day.
No, I haven't.
Bro, the CIA is different.
they're
Oh
wild.
yeah, I know.
You know they have a heart attack gun. Like they can shoot you with this gun. Nobody would ever know. An autopsy would not pick it up. It'll just leave like looks like a little insect bite, and you just have a heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Wow.
They're wild.
Yeah, but that's like that shit. But I forget the dude's name. But it was a movie called "Don't Kill the Messenger," where this guy was exposing the CIA bringing cocaine into like
Oh, don't even get me started about
Shit.
black communities, all that other stuff. So
because that actually like gets
Happened
me
American
mad.
Gangster, they gave you like a little.
Yeah, it gets me very mad. So I actually
yeah.
Freeway Ricky Ross. Working with the CIA. It's
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
so he found out all that stuff and he was putting that out on his newspapers and doing interviews and all that other stuff. So they basically put some shit out to discredit him, all this other shit, and then apparently like after his career was ruined, he killed himself, because they always kill themselves, quote unquote. But I don't know how you shoot yourself in the head twice. But,
Yeah, like how you do that?
you don't
you
they
don't.
kill you. Do it again for the two. No, but there was also this guy that created a oh no.
My bad, I have to do it one more time.
He's not sorry. He's not sorry because he's gonna do it again.
There was this guy that he created something that you could put in your car and your car could run on water.
I thought wasn't it hydrogen?
It was water. Like he said, 22 gallons of water could get you from like I don't know the East Coast to the West Coast. 22 gallons.
Shit.
And he was talking about it on like news platforms and stuff like that. And then some oil CEOs offered him like $1 billion, and then he was dead. He said no.
Yeah,
And
he
then
turned
he-
it
Of course,
down.
they always
That's
say
it.
no because he didn't
Yeah.
want them to steal his idea.
I think it's like his name
Sometimes
was
you gotta
Stan-
just keep that
Stan
shit to
Myers or
yourself.
something like that, but-
Yeah.
That's why all these holistic doctors be under attack. And shit by fucking pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, because it's like if you got this is the one thing, if you got something that can cure like a fatal illness like cancer, AIDS, why are you keeping that from?
It doesn't make
Because
them
it doesn't
money.
make no money. They make money on people being sick.
Right.
That's why they promote all this shit. That's why all the the unhealthy eating, the processed food, because we're not supposed to be eating shit like meat and things like that. But they put that shit, they throw that shit in your face. Like, how many times have you seen a commercial about a burger or a chicken sandwich?
All the time.
How many shit have you seen about fruit?
Not a lot, unless you're talking about orange juice
or vegetable, and even the orange juice now, unless it's unpasteurized, it ain't good for you.
Yeah,
there's mad stuff in our food, and it's all to calcify our
to make you sick, so they could that too.
Yeah, fluoride
to make you
get fluoride-free toothpaste, everybody.
I'm
that's
dead
true. Serious.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is definitely true.
It's our first one without the guns, man.
Don't worry. Oh man, but it's the truth though. But there's no money to be made in curing people.
Why do you think money is so important to them that they would do anything to poison our food, poison?
It's all about power. It's all about power. Money makes power.
But if we all woke up, like,
it's hard for everybody to wake up.
Yeah,
because we're just so, like, they put so much stuff out there for you to not wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's not that many people that's in power.
No.
So in order to keep the power, you got to keep the majority in a certain box.
Mm-hmm.
So once you keep that majority in the box, you're gonna be good. And your family gonna be good. Yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah.
A certain amount of people holding the power.
Look at schools.
Bad niggas in there.
Schools and jails are like
it's the same. They keep
same thing.
Yo, me and my dad was discussing this. It was like, because my sister, like, their schools for them start at 9, and they get out at like damn near like 2:45. When we were going to school, we had to be there like 7:15 and stay to damn near almost 3:00. That's a work shift.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever think about it, and they put you in a building with barely no windows.
Mm-hmm.
If you have windows, it's facing nothing, or open field. They get you sit in a big ass room, like literally in a prison, and you walking in a cafeteria. It's like prison.
It is. It literally is.
The stuff that they teach. Like kids in school,
they teach you to be an employee.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely
really what it is. They teach you
not
to be
to
an
question
employee.
Authority.
Mm-hmm. They teach you just to be a normal,
law-abiding citizen,
member of society, and they ain't gonna teach you to.
Based on control.
Yeah.
The systems are like created that way because if you can control somebody's movement or limit their movement, you can control like their experience. So therefore, control.
Yeah, because you can't, like, once you keep a majority in it, like I said, in a box, it's easier to control. Even if
you have limited options.
you have people that be outside the box, but then they take care of them people.
We call them crazy.
Yeah, they exile them.
It's not even that. It's motherfuckers that have shit and actually trying to do something. Especially like with like black folks. Like, look at what they did to Gaddafi. Like, dude that was trying to use gold as a source of money instead of anything involved with the central bank or whatever.
About to bring real value back.
Get this nigga out of here.
Yeah, for real. Like, he was trying to make gold like a currency to back up off of. It ain't nothing to do with paper. It's a natural resource. Blah blah blah. And they got him up out of there for that.
Yeah.
How do you? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it was a black guy who wanted to. They probably killed him too.
They did. They Gaddafi.
I'm not talking about Gaddafi. I'm talking about somebody else, but they probably killed him too. Oh my God. This guy's reckless. I can't stand this. I know they killed him.
Hey, man,
I can't stand his
dramatic effect, man. Oh man, but I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. This guy, he wanted to start his own town, like just for black people, and he.
Yeah, I remember hearing something.
Like, what is like a Black Wall Street kind of?
No, not even that, because.
That's a whole nother
topic.
because
I will knock this microphone over.
Damn. You see the fist clench?
No, because when you take a look at all of these conspiracy theories, it all goes back to the same group of people and the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why it gets me angry, because it's like, why what are you hiding, bro? Like, why do you hate us so bad? Or if it's not hate, it's fear. Like, why can't we? You know what I'm trying to say. It's just like, I don't even know if I want to even ask the question, because
Go ahead,
the
ask
answer
it,
is probably just wild. Like, why do they do these things
to black people?
to anybody that's not them?
So black people.
Yeah, because they can.
But
It's deeper
Do
than
you
that.
think?
No,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
think it's because
It's deeper
they
than that.
know that if we knew for real, like what
we are and
Yeah,
what
like,
we actually come from.
it would be over for them. And it was another theory that I saw that said that they come from a like their ancestors come from lack, like they didn't have much, so that's why they pillage and colonize and steal, and we came from abundance. That's why we're just like, we shared things that we knew, knowledge, food, anything, literally anything. And what did they do?
Yeah,
I think once we figure out what it is, like, we're gonna be like,
they come from something called Esau. Shit, people from it stands for, I think it means people from the mountains. So they were, quote unquote, a little bit less civilized. So we come from, something else, more of a connection with the earth, space, universe, shit like that. So, and they just took from, because I think what black people is, we too nice.
Yeah.
And it comes from just being coming from that type of environment. And, you get taken advantage of from people that don't, because we think that everyone is like us. And, we end up getting put in certain situations where, we get treated like that because, we think black people are too forgiving. They're too,
Very true.
But that's all what it really stands like when it comes to is, not finding out what you actually come from.
right.
Why you think they don't teach Black history in schools?
Because do you know how? Do you see what I was about to do to this microphone?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody would be.
That's what I'm saying. Why you think they don't?
Oh, I thought you were asking.
No.
I'm like,
No. Why you think they don't? Because if you
Yeah.
really, if you really look at the history that they taught us, look at Christopher Columbus discovering Earth.
Right.
Discovering America.
Discovering America.
Discovering a place that people was
already living on.
Right.
They didn't tell you. They only told you the part of them having Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims.
That wasn't even.
And
him.
that wasn't even. And
That
they
was,
didn't
that
tell.
wasn't him.
Right.
That was some other Europeans.
But they didn't tell you the part how they slaughtered a bunch of Native Americans on
we
their
gonna show
own
you
land.
how to do all this stuff. And the payback, we're gonna kill you,
Basically, look at Africa.
bro. There's so much bullshit that America did when they first got here and colonized all this other shit.
You know what they did with the slave ships?
They destroyed them.
But do you know why and when?
I don't know
why.
when, but to basically act like it never existed.
There was a law that was passed in like 1815, or bill, excuse me, and they were pretty much like, okay, you can't slave trade no more, like no more trading slaves. So the people were like, yeah, all right, like the slave owners were like, yeah, okay. So they kept doing it, and 1860, I believe, was the last slave ship that like docked on the East Coast. And when they found the ships, first of all, they had to disguise them, so they would put other goods and stuff on the ships, and they would just, like, if they knew they were going to get searched or caught or whatever, they would burn them. They would literally, on the water, burn them or jump the slaves off the ships. Like,
Wow.
But this is all 55 years after the bill was passed. Like, they're sick, bro. Sick.
A lot of sick shit, man.
Lots of sick shit.
Yeah,
So,
well, I mean, this whole country was built on genocide and enslavement.
the world, for real.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you feel about having a black president? Do you feel like that was a conspiracy theory?
Yeah, they put him in there just to show face.
To a part of me felt like that, but a part of me kind of felt like, all right, he made it. You know, like this was him. But then another part of me, like you said, it was
Government throw black people bones all the time. You know, it's like the guy with the fishing pole. You know, he's like,
you gotta be quicker than
gotta
that.
be quicker than that. You almost got it. That's basically what it was. Everybody was all excited and all that stuff, and then he didn't do nothing for black folk.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Did nothing for black folk. Then Joe Biden got in the presidency. You know, so campaign was like, oh, you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Blah, blah, blah.
I was like, no, the fuck he did.
and then as soon as he got in office, passed a bill to protect Asians.
And Kamala Harris is conveniently
Biracial.
Asian now.
Wow. Thought she
I
was
black.
biracial.
Okay,
but
I thought you were smoking weed at Howard.
They
Wow.
threw her
Listening
in.
to Snoop Dogg.
They threw
She
her.
definitely said that.
They threw her in there just to get black folk all clapping and being giddy.
Yep.
Especially
That's
women,
exactly what they
you know, black women.
Yeah, but
get
bro,
those
they do
votes.
shit like that. He ain't put that in. He ain't put her in there just to, oh yeah, I want to have her because she the best candidate. It's like, oh, we gonna play the black card.
They changed a bit. They proposed this bill about time, and still have done nothing about any black issue. Period.
Nothing, because they're never going to.
They're not going to.
Ever.
It's not.
Ever.
It's not an importance to them.
Yeah, like
Well, black folk gotta. That's why I don't be so big on voting on that type of scale
Yeah.
because it's not. The system is already put into play, and it's not for us.
no.
So doing all that shit, like everybody was so up in arms about trying to get Trump out of, from
like-
being president. They was like, we're just gonna vote for Joe.
Yeah,
Like, then
missing it just completely.
Missing the whole, like he was just like he was like some better choice or something.
Yeah.
He really wasn't. Like,
Nah, Trump spin the block, man.
yeah. I need a check, dog.
Spin
Trumpito.
that block.
Spin
man.
that wig back, bro. Spin that toupee. I need another check.
So, what do you think his angle was? You think he was like,
He,
"Fuck you guys, I'm gonna do what I want," or
Yeah,
he was kind of.
He was put into place to rile up racism.
Yeah, because he sure enough did that. Because
Because
how come? Sorry not to cut you off, but looking back in the day, how come it wasn't okay for the Black Panthers to restore their community, to give knowledge and everything to the community, and walk around with guns that they all had license and papers for, and they knew the rights for, but it's okay for guys in sheets to have a whole protest in a city and cause mass destruction?
Because it promoted progress.
Nobody
And
died.
They don't want no progress from black people.
anytime that happens,
Anytime there was some black resistance, the government stepped in and dealt with it.
Bro,
and
if
they
that
were loud about it too.
Man, they was blatant with
what
it.
Yeah.
they was like, fuck them. That's basically what they like. Literally the hats and everything.
Do they have paper like the FBI and CIA? Like they did not want certain black leaders to get to certain levels of power because they knew what it would mean. That's why we have no living. I mean, excuse me, not no living, but the heavy hitters. They always
there's
get assassinated.
there's no there.
Yeah.
You think they was ever gonna let Jesse Jackson be in the White House? Hell no.
Jesse Jackson.
Martin Luther King, none of them.
He just another puppet.
Yeah. For
He
sure.
he not really
No.
And this might ruffle some people's feathers, but Martin Luther King wasn't as big a person as people think he was.
Oh.
Let me get Malcolm X back.
Yeah. Malcolm was all about that.
Yeah, because
MLK was a part of the government conspiracy.
Damn.
I've seen a lot of MLK.
And listen, he was a prime piece of causing, what's that word? Integration?
Desegregation.
No, like having
Integration.
Integration.
I think.
Trying to have, no
Blacks
more
and whites go to the same school.
be at the same, school and other stuff. And we was better with the segregation because we had our own stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We had our own businesses. We had our own, all the other stuff. We had Black Wall Street popping. And we was like, you know what? We're not going to have that. We're going to have, y'all depending on what we got going on. And he was a big advocation for that. And then once he realized that, I think he was about to start spinning the block, and that's when they got him up out of there.
Right, right. They make him sound like he was like some like martyr or something, but it's like, no, you guys killed him. Like they don't teach that. They don't teach.
No,
like,
they don't teach none of that stuff.
They don't say murder.
Yeah.
They say assassinate. They say
They don't. They
stuff
just say
like,
he died. Like I can't remember that far back, but they don't go. They don't say who killed him.
Yeah, they don't say
say
murder.
why.
They said what, James Earl, whatever his name was, James Earl Ray,
But
was
who's
supposedly
like-
the one that shot him and stuff. And apparently he didn't die. They killed him at the hospital. There's people that said that guys in suits came into the hospital room, kicked everybody out, put a pillow over his face to make sure he died.
I 100% believe that. 1,000% believe that. 1,000%.
Yeah, bro, this shit get deep. Same thing with Malcolm X. Malcolm X was killed because he was talking to people from the United Nations to press charges against the United States for cruel and unreasonable punishment for, Jim Crow and all the slavery stuff. That's why they got him about it, and they use black folk to do it.
Yep.
It's really
Your own kind.
Yeah, I mean,
This is crazy.
You ain't gonna see it coming from your own kind.
Nope. That's just like that movie. What was that movie that just came out with the Black Panthers?
Oh my goodness. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas-
Yeah,
the Black
you
Messiah.
see how the man was working with the, I guess, FBI or whatnot, and see how they ran up in his house and shot him up in his sleep.
Yep.
Like who? Like how?
Couldn't even face him. Like you gotta shoot a motherfucker. That's how much of a snake you gotta be to shoot somebody while they sleep.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Well, it's not interesting. It's sad as hell. But money, right? Like because they gave him money. It was like like $200 or $100-something.
No, I think he got caught doing. I don't know how accurate that movie was, but he got caught stealing a car, and they was threatening to put him in jail if he didn't do whatever
But they were
he did.
paying him.
Yeah, they was paying him
Yeah.
money
After a while,
too,
he
but-
said, "Look, man, I'm putting my life on the line. You gotta give
Right.
me something."
Right. But that's the problem because the emphasis that they put on money, like we don't need money. Money is not okay. Just like time is not real, money is not real either. For
It's
real.
just paper.
Yeah,
It's not.
It's once you put a value on it, then it becomes something.
Even still though, like if you think about it, like if we were to just be like, yeah, no, we're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't exist, but it's worth X amount of dollars. There's no actual coin. It exists nowhere. It's digital. But if you have a bunch of it, you living good right now.
Yeah.
That just shows, what you're saying.
I mean, are you though? But when I say like we put too much of an emphasis on it, I mean more so like yes, you can buy things or whatever, but like we need to change the. You can have money and be not happy. Like Bob Marley was. Somebody asked him, was he a rich man? Like, how do you define wealth? If we change the definition of wealth to community, eating right, being healthy, being.
Well, they say some of the most happy people are like people from third world countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
People
about to
that
quit
don't
my
have
job.
much.
I'm dead ass here. I'm like, I'm about.
Because look at all this stuff because Big said more money, more problems.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Like you think about it, rich people, not to cut you off, rich people are some of the most depressed people in the world. They got billions, millions and billions of dollars and they're still not happy because they think
because money is not real. Like money is nothing. It's nothing.
nothing.
You-
I quit my job last year.
You did?
Fuck that.
Yes.
But I love it.
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, I respect that.
That's
Absolutely.
next for me.
And you said,
That's
and you stopped yourself. Like, I
Let me
feel
tell you something. You know how every
No, I told my boss.
every day
Yeah, I
I
wanna
want to
quit-
quit
I
my
wanna quit
damn
my
job.
job
Every day. I want to quit my job now before tomorrow. And
But I don't want to quit because I'm like, oh, I hate that. I want to quit because I want to do. I want to do something. I want to do what I
Absolutely.
came to this earth to do.
You
Yeah.
Like,
want to do what you want to
Yeah.
do.
working for somebody else isn't like
It's not the
my
thing.
whole.
yeah.
No.
My boss went on paternity leave, and my last meeting with him before he left, he was like, "Yeah, so I'll be back such and such date," and I was like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I hope I'm not here when you get back. Like, I was like, I wish you the best.
It'd be like
you
that,
know,
but people, when your mindset isn't right there, people will look at you like you crazy.
I tell him time's not real all the time. I don't care.
Well,
Because
I'll give a prime example because my job for some reason is looked at as some type of, like
that's
yeah. Now I don't understand why. I mean, I understand why, but it's like that if your mindset is small.
Yeah.
But so when I be telling people at my job, I'm like, yeah, I ain't about to retire from here. Like, man, you crazy. Da, 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 da.
no,
Like,
first of all, none of us are going to be able to retire anyway.
No.
We're not going to be able to retire for real. That existed
Bro.
when not even our parents.
people take pride in being at a job for 30, 35 something
Not
years, bro.
anymore.
I'll be talking
Not
about
anymore.
my pop's always like, yeah, I'm gonna have 40 something years. I'm like, that ain't
Yeah, for
nothing
what?
to
Yeah, that's nothing to be
be
happy
proud
about.
of.
My dad been a correction officer for 19 years. He said he got 6 more years to retire. I looked at my dad, and my dad tells me all the time, if I could have did something else, I would have.
But that's the thing. We are so focused on, like, when I do this, when I retire, I'm going to take a tour through Europe or whatever the
By
fuck.
the time
Yeah.
you retire, you ain't gonna have that much time left.
Yeah, you're
so
going to be
fuck
old.
it.
I want to be
That's
young
what I'm
doing
like,
this
you should have
shit.
been
Yeah.
retired. I told my you should have been retired.
Yeah, like,
Hey, what you staying around for?
it's time.
They
it's
should do,
been time.
like, you should get, well, if you want to work, you should be able to work for, like, a certain amount of time, and then you should get, like, a couple years off and just decide if you want to go back to doing that. Like, not a
Honestly,
couple, like a gap
Because
year.
we all been programmed to believe, we all heard the same shit growing up. Go to school, get an education, get a good job.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody's ever told, go try to start your own business or figure out what it is that you love to do and then work on that.
We weren't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, that's what I
know what's
mean. That's
crazy?
what I
Okay.
mean.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? A lot of this stuff has. You ever heard of the theory, the red pill, blue pill theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's crazy? The movie The Matrix capitalizes on that the most, and
Yeah.
you start to see how like everything is programmed like a video game.
That's what I'm saying. Where did these ideas come from? Because this shit is real. It's a game. It's really a game. Kanye West actually just said it. The only two like buttons in this game is love or fear. So you either be scared and keep doing what you're doing, whatever, or you just jump out on faith and do everything with love. And if you get money, you get money. If you don't, that's not part of your life's path. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why you gotta try to put things into perspective or put things into play to, get yourself out of these situations. Some people are just content with how their life is going. And I just can't.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I
do
can't.
it.
I can't work for somebody for like 10 plus years and think that's okay and still have a smile on my face.
I'm about to be December will be 10 years that I'll be with the company that I work for.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, I feel like I'm young. Like, that's crazy that I gave this company 10 years of my life when I could have been, I don't know, experiencing the world, like what we're actually supposed to be doing. Like,
Yeah, baby.
so
They always say if you knew better, you do better. Some
Yeah.
people don't.
and I'm about to.
Some people don't know, bro. I be trying to talk to some of these people at my job. They just so stuck in one
Why
way.
do you think
Like,
that is?
it's because, man, you listen to what other people have told you,
Yeah.
your whole life and stuff. So
Here go another conspiracy, though. There are some, well, it's not really a conspiracy theory, but like some people just weren't meant to know.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you can give people the information and they don't
'Cause
do,
if
they don't
that-
do
People
nothing
have
with
to
it.
be
If that
cogs.
was the key, if that was the thing where everybody knew, everybody would be successful.
Right.
That's why.
Yes.
Well, not successful, like yeah.
Yeah, people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they know, but yeah,
Step out on the ledge.
Yeah.
bitch, I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm
fear.
trying to do everything in
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
power to
Okay.
get from under this social.
I'm trying to have my acting debut. You hear me?
For real?
Yeah.
Fuck your toe.
Okay.
Hey man, we all got things
Shit.
we
Do
want
you
to do.
write
and,
your goals?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
But
I
like
got-
physically write them?
yeah,
I
I got
do it
my,
on my
I got,
phone.
I got my
You should
stuff
write
written
them.
down. I got my stuff written
And
down.
put them where you could see
like
them.
every day, like I look at when I write it in my phone, every
Yeah.
day I look at it, I read it, pray in the morning, pray before I go to bed.
Dope.
Like
Yeah,
before I eat, just always like it's like a thing for me. Like I have to do it.
I've accomplished a decent amount of the stuff that I had set out for
Ritual.
for this year. So some of the stuff I had to take off because that wasn't the direction I was. That was the direction I wanted to go, but things changed, so I had to go a different direction. But most of the stuff that I put on there, I got things, accomplished, and I want to, do more things. Mm-hmm.
So have you guys seen the movie Soul, the Disney movie or Pixar?
No, but I heard there was a lot of hidden things in that too.
Was that not with the? Was that like where they
It's Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah. I did see.
Yeah,
he was a music teacher.
Yep.
Okay.
It's pretty good, honestly. I watched it. Well, I have a daughter, but like I also watched it because it was really good. But so sometimes like we think. So like for example, I love to cook, and I think I'm a very good cook, right? Mm-hmm. And I have sold food before, but I don't think that that's what I'm here to do. Like, so a lot of times people confuse what they're passionate about with what they're actually here to do. Mm-hmm. So like they get stuck and they're like, oh, this is too hard. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go back to my job. At least I get benefits. At least I get blah, blah, blah. Like.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right, because it's even the question I have, because I feel that statement. Mm-hmm. Like, so how do you decipher between the two?
You really just got to... I talk to myself a lot.
You gotta do some soul searching.
I talk to myself a lot.
Yeah.
And then also just see how you feel physically after it. First of all, next time I come, I gotta make you guys some tacos.
Say less.
Wait,
say less.
You don't even know. I don't know if you know from my Instagram, but like like birria tacos, like the
best kind.
I goes crazy in the kitchen.
The best kind.
Yeah. But so I was making those, and I was like every week going, and then I was like, I don't want to do this. Like I love to cook, but not because
not
like
not for
not for money.
You love cooking just to cook for
I like to see people
your family
like, like
because I'm the same way. Like I like cooking, for my family, friends like that. But I wouldn't want to like sell dinners or.
You have to do it.
Because
it becomes dreadful sometimes.
But this shit is what I love doing.
Yeah.
Creating.
Like
it's crazy. I manifest something like this because, like, years ago, I grew up shy. Mm-hmm. I would have never pictured doing something like this, but I had to literally had those conversations with myself, manifested.
I'm still shy.
Yeah, I mean, I still have some hints of shyness.
People say that I'm shy. I don't think I'm shy.
Yeah,
I just
you have to.
I kind of be to myself with people I don't really know like that.
No,
but,
I'm shy.
once I know people, like I be,
I'm shy.
I'm an open book. We can talk about whatever. Once
once I get comfortable with you, then we can talk. But
I think that's a lot of people, though. Some people are just.
Well, some people are more outgoing.
Yeah, some people just like to talk to people like all the time.
I don't. I don't.
I can't share my space with everybody.
That's true. Everybody's energy just doesn't match with mine.
Like
everybody can't. Not everybody's meant to know what the hell you're talking about. Because I'll say something and like 95% of people don't understand what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
Believe
me, I know.
Shit, like,
vibrations and frequencies is real.
Yeah, no, for
like
real.
When you operate on a certain frequency, like people that are lower, like it ain't gonna really click.
They can't even touch you though. Like honestly,
That's why that mental health is so important.
It's super important. Super.
It is. It really is important. You have a clear mind. You see things differently. You see, instead of from one angle, you see things from different angles, different perspectives. Gives you a better understanding of a lot of things.
Like conspiracy theories, you have to have an open mind.
You have to, because some of the shit to a person like you said with a low vibration, be like, that's some silly shit.
Yeah, like why
that's
would
some
you believe
Why
that?
would they do
why
that?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why not?
It's
like, nigga, look at
serious?
the TV,
bro. I've been believing like certain shit about this shit for years now.
Like I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in shit like that.
I mean,
that I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I do.
So do you
that
guys
I'm not
believe
too sure
in like
with.
Superheroes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe I believe certain people can access certain parts of the human body, like that movie Lucy. That shit is real. Like once you activate like certain parts of your brain, you can do certain shit like that. Right. Definitely watch that.
They have to like make it like exaggerated in movies,
yeah,
so you understand the concept.
Yeah,
it's things like that, like the energies and vibrations that she's sending towards you, and it has an effect.
Right.
But in a movie, it has to come like You know what I mean? It looks
some
like
people really can
that shit really
read minds, and some people really can move shit. Like
that's like
with their
people that
mind.
like with certain like mediums, like real mediums. People can talk to people that are passed over and shit like that. Like I believe in that too.
Even like athletes, like super athletes, like
Even doing shit like that.
yeah, like
That's a superpower.
Shit, look
like,
at
no,
being
for
able to
real.
jump like that. Like
shit. Look at Braun.
I was about to say, there's no
Yeah.
reason why he should be able to move like that at that age, but he's
Yeah.
doing it. He's
Braun,
a superhero.
Braun's something different. Braun's
Yeah.
something to be playing the level he playing at this age
almost
is like,
being 40.
yeah, and leading the league and scoring.
Superhuman,
Shit's
not
crazy.
hero. Superhuman.
Shit, really crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what time that is.
Oh man. Well, if y'all stuck with us this long, because this episode only going to touch a certain.
It's gonna touch a
Certain
certain
group
amount
of
of people.
Yeah.
Open that mind up and watch this damn episode. Do what y'all got to do. Y'all know y'all be on them yerks
man.
out there. Pop a yerk, man, and watch this episode.
Oh
You'll
man.
learn something. Shout out to the yerk. Shout out to the yerk takers, man.
Oh, man.
Y'all the real MVPs.
Nah, get something from the earth and
Yeah.
watch this episode.
Drink a smoothie or something.
He ain't drinking
Oh,
no
I
damn
was
something.
talking about, psychedelics.
Go ahead and get fried rice, man. Go ahead and do that.
Turn the lights low.
Yeah, burnt duck.
Light some incense or something. Burn some sage.
What
or
Tina
something.
Turner used to say? Yo yo yang gang yo. What's that she said no more? If you,
Oh man.
I thought you was gonna push that shit again.
Oh man, we want to thank our guest Imani for coming through.
Absolutely,
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me. Thank
Oh
you.
man, you already know what to do, man. Like, comment,
Heart them
share,
shit.
subscribe, hit the notification bell, let you know every time a video is dropped. Until next time, I'm Jay.
This is big.
It's been Lit Logic. Catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.